One.
Hi. We're back.
We are back. I actually was going to ask you, Andrew, to do the intro because me and Ross both agreed that Andrew could probably go out on his own. You're laughing, but you're like, yeah.
Still holding me back.
I feel like we're holding you back in life. After your performance, it was amazing.
I hope you got your Fringe show booked for next week.
Yeah, well, it was. I have to admit, it was kind of weird not having you two there to kind of riff off. But I won't lie, the audience participation, the live thing of it was weirdly fun. And it was quite good fun. Yeah, I would totally do that again. I think we should do a Fringe show, guys. What do you think?
Yeah, I reckon Fringe 20. What year? I don't even know what year this is. 2023.
2022. So yeah, 23. I think that'd be quite
Fringe
good.
2023. We're on it.
Yeah,
We are on it.
I read it on somewhere live.
Oh, watch this space. We did do a Facebook live, which I quite liked.
We did. That was really good fun.
Maybe an Instagram live. Give me a week's notice so I can do a face mask.
Yeah, can I
brush my hair?
Get ready.
Kind of thing.
Hi everyone, I'm Ross. I've not been introduced yet, but I'm here as well.
Oh dear, Ross is obviously Ross
someone
is missing
grumpy. Can I just say as well, because of the weird setup, because I'll take a picture and I'll put it on the Instagram. At the moment, because I've left my normal headphones away and I'm using the AirPods and I'm calling you through my phone, all I actually see is Amy's face. So actually, right now, it's just me and Amy on the podcast. It's not even
That's
Ross.
how it should be.
I'll take a picture, right, and I'll send it to you. And
turn
you
your phone sideways.
No, because if I turn it sideways, it'll fall off this gimbal.
Oh
no! What is
we
that?
go. Ross is here.
Ross has joined the game. But yes, we haven't been here for a few weeks.
Are you going to tell us why? Or?
To cut a very long story short, I'm here with one less organ. Is it an organ?
Well,
that is going to be horrible. Absolutely
I just
horrible.
realised what you did.
He's trying to be a piano organ. So I had to get my gallbladder removed, and I had pancreatitis.
Ooh,
Drama. So now I basically can't drink. So yeah.
Really?
So it's in hospital. Yeah.
oh,
I think pancreatitis from my Wikipedia searches is usually either caused by alcohol consumption or gallstones, and mine was caused by gallstones. I haven't drunk in a year and a half because I've been having a child and breastfeeding a child, and just decided to. So I definitely can't drink for 6 months, I've been told, and then after that they're a bit like, yeah, you want to be careful.
Oh wow! Didn't know
Yeah,
that
so-
actually. I thought
so-
I thought you could not eat fatty foods and things, or high fat foods.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still doing that. No, I think
Still,
I think you have to be a little bit careful. It's hard. It's hard because I've still got the pain for another week apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I have it for about 6 weeks. So so sorry about that. I had a nice little 5 nights stay on my own in hospital, which it was actually very good. And it got fast tracked because you're meant to be on a wait list for a year to get your gallbladder removed, but I got it done in 2 days. But anyway, so that's why we've not been here. And then we were on holiday for 2 weeks in France.
We got COVID, and then Andrew got COVID.
Oh yeah, I actually didn't get COVID. Really surprisingly.
Me and the 2 kids got COVID.
And they had the vomiting strain, which I can
Oh,
tell you was
no.
not fun with all 3 of them down.
Oh, that is not fun.
And I never got it. But we're here to tell the tale.
Yeah, and that is this week's story.
That is this week's story. Hence why we're not really that tanned.
Oh no.
You look more tanned, Andrew.
Yeah,
you look
more tanned than us.
Well, so with my 2 weeks with the Hawaiian delegates, we were outside quite a lot, and it was actually really good weather. And then I know I'm gonna get shouted at, so I'm really sorry, but I didn't think to put on sun cream lotion because I didn't think it was going to be that bad. And then by the time I'd realised, it was too late. So yeah, my nose went all bubbly. and it was really awkward.
You're at the nice stage now, though, where you just.
I
look
am.
You've got a
I'm at
healthy
like
glow.
I'm at like the super like. Oh, you look like you've had some health. And then when it was really hot, like the other week when we had those like 2 days of lovely sunshine, because I had COVID, I couldn't really do anything, so I just went and sat in the garden, and fell asleep in the sun because I was so tired. But it wasn't London super hot, so it was okay. There was cloud cover, so I was fine. I was warm. I was like toasty. You know that way when you're toasty and you sit outside and you're just like snuggly. Plus, I've got like a chair that's got like pads on it now. So
You need to get on the Factor 50 in the face. I wear Factor 50 every day on my face,
well,
even in winter.
I've bought a new like face cream thing for my Youthful Looks. To like that's got
Has
SPF,
it got SPF in it?
It's got SPF in it.
That's
Because I'm one of
actually
those
not-
people now.
That's actually not enough. So I used to
What?
be on that bandwagon, and then I think from TikTok, I've been influenced that you actually need to buy specific SPF to put on top. So you put it on top
Actually-
of your moisturizer.
So, I was in Boots today, and Solaro have one. Solaro.
Oh, yeah, I know the one.
Solare. Yeah,
Don't know idea how you pronounce it. Yeah, I
ice
know the
lolly
one.
people. They
Is
had
it-
one that was over makeup one. They had an over the makeup suntan lotion,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Well, over
oh,
the makeup. Oh,
weird.
yeah.
Yeah, weird.
So you should. So I put it's an anti-aging thing.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than
Ah.
Botox, and I don't tan enough, so yeah. And
Yeah.
also I don't really wear that much makeup anymore day to day, so I'm on the Factor 50. But I've got a really good one. If anyone wants a recommendation, slide into my DMs.
Nice.
So yeah, this is world's longest intro, which will probably be cut just to
Hi.
Hi.
just so yeah, we're back, and as usual, we're here to discuss what we've read online and answer your strange and wonderful questions that you should have asked your teachers at school. But like me, you didn't ask them. I'm going really off script here, and I don't know where I am.
I'm panicking and go
I'm
back.
panicking, but I'll just repeat the last line. So yeah, I'm Amy. I didn't ask these questions either, but luckily for me, I'm joined by two science teachers, Andrew and Ross.
Hello.
You can say hello, Andrew.
I was just gonna let it run because you didn't leave the gap, and I was like, oh, I'm totally okay with this, and then no, classic Ross wants different.
No,
Hi,
I was
I'm Andrew.
And what am I even saying? Yeah, you guys are here to help us answer them if you know the answers. That's the main thing. So no idea what season, what episode, what day, what month, what year we're on. But according to Andrew, because he's written it down, we are on season 3, episode 12 of the podcast, which is quite crazy. And this week we are all about gambling, which we should probably say we're not all about gambling. It's just what the story is about.
Yes.
We shouldn't be gambling aware.
Yes,
Not condoning
gambling
gambling.
aware. Please be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, please be careful. So we're meant to be just chatting now, but I think we've done that.
I think we've done that. I think we can.
I think we can. Yeah, I think we've done a bit of a flip reverse, but I'm into that. So we'll just go with that. So we can move over to Ross, who is very worryingly. I mean, tell me you're a teacher that's on school holiday and missing teaching. He has made a PowerPoint presentation on his phone with his story, and as we know, usually you just tell Ross that he needs to bring a story, and he's kind of got one in his head, and then he just rereads it about 5 minutes before we record, and just tries to remember bits. But no, he's made a PowerPoint.
I'm trying to be more professional. I'm
mean-
bringing more to the game these days.
I mean, how much is he missing school?
an actual PowerPoint. Oh,
Keynote.
oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Apologies.
which is a nightmare to use on your phone, by the way. Useless.
Yeah, Keynote's just not as good, is it?
I don't work for Apple
Double tap
anymore.
everything.
I can't fix that problem.
All right, okay.
Could
so,
you have fixed it?
No, not really. It took me so long to learn how to use Keynote as well.
Well, Ross is. He's even. Can we just this is what I imagine when like an 8-year-old's got to do a topic of like a presentation that you spend like a month working on, and then they're practicing in front of their parents, because all I can see is a black screen that says "Causes of Gambling" by me. by Ross,
me!
age 35.
Amazing.
So Ross, we'll let you have your moment, and me and Andrew will support you fully.
Okay. Welcome to today's lesson. Today's lesson is going to be about something I read online, which is something that children do that could be quite a big factor in making them gamblers as adults.
So we've got to guess something online.
We're going to our success criteria for the lesson is by the end of the lesson you'll be able to state what that thing is. Okay.
I'm going to guess already.
Okay. Well, let's wait. So we're going to do assessing prior knowledge. First activity.
Is this just?
What activities do you think?
Have you actually made a lesson?
He's made like a full lesson plan.
Yeah. I'm on
his-
slide 3.
I don't think he does this for his actual lessons.
I
Let alone
don't
this.
know.
Shout out.
So what activities do you think could cause children to gamble more as adults?
I reckon
Loot-
playing video games.
Yeah, loot
boxes.
Loot
Loot
boxes.
boxes. Although Ross is such an advocate for video games, I don't know if he would pick a story with this.
No,
that's
I think
what's
he would
throwing me.
because I think Ross is 100% against loot boxes because he is all about the grind. Because that's what we had to do when we were growing up.
I love these words. Yeah, he does. I know he doesn't like loot boxes because he's told me this before, and I only recently learned what they were. It'll either be this is like we'd be really good in a quiz show working together. Just saying.
Would be good for us.
If you're up for
More a talk show than a quiz show.
if you're up for beat the intro, that's like my only skill.
I'm so good at Beat the Intro. Have you played?
Oh my god,
have you
so
played
am
Musically?
I.
Class. Let's get back on my.
Have you
No.
played Musically? Oh, Musically
let's play that.
on like it's like the Wordle but for music. It's 1 second songs. It's so good.
Okay,
I mean,
right.
I haven't played it in ages, but it's so good.
Right, I'm gonna go on that.
Right, so you're both going to loot boxes.
No, I'm not. Or it'll be social media because you're not a massive fan of social media, and it'll be something
Oh.
like what
Is it
would be a bit gambly about social media.
Is it those adverts that for the games that aren't really games? You know those ones.
Oh,
that's
how
like
annoying are
I know
they?
because I really want to play that stupid game, right? But
It
that's not the
doesn't
game. It doesn't
Yeah.
exist.
And then
And
you
it's
They're
download
like
it.
Age of Empires from like the 90s,
Yeah.
but they're not there.
Yes, I've been the amount of games I've got like a Simpsons game on my phone because I thought it was like Simpsons. Was it Hit and Run?
Yep. Oh,
And it's
something
nothing,
wrong.
and it's but
Amazing.
it's like you need to pay 10 grand if you want to unlock Maggie.
Yeah,
or something.
I wonder if it's things like that. So it's downloading mobile apps. Oh no, I know what it is. I've worked out what
Never
it
seen
is.
someone so excited.
I've worked out what it is because I think I am guilty of doing said thing.
Ooh, tell us.
Is it paying for coins on TikTok?
No, but
What?
what is it?
Why'd you
Because
pay?
I've done
Why'd you
that.
pay for coins on TikTok to get more
'cause
views?
it's like well, not more views.
Well, if
but,
you want
like,
any tips to get more
stuff.
views, just come and ask me.
Well, I know because you're like a super influencer.
Viral sensation.
Like, I wonder if that's what it is. I mean, I don't think it is.
I mean, that's
But-
still the social media thing, isn't it? I reckon we'll
Yeah.
just kind of circle social media as a big thing because we're not quite sure where it is, or
I
it's
feel
loot
like you're
boxes.
just trying to jump on my answer, but yeah, sure.
No, I said social media. I'm jumping on your loot box. Right, Ross, put us out of misery.
Okay, to put you out of your misery. Loot boxes was the one I was thinking of.
Yay!
Yay!
What
Should
do
have
we
gone with your
win?
first answer.
Do we get
You've
like
been
in-
new costumes or like cool new
V-Bucks.
gear?
Yeah, that make no difference to how the podcast is actually carried out. It just changes how you appear in the pictures.
Nice.
Yeah, I am like I've seen so many funny memes where it's like my boyfriend's having a go at me for buying like mascara that's £10, but I've just watched him spend £20 dressing up a soldier in like different clothes on a game. And
To be
you're like,
fair, we got a Fall Guy. Have you played that?
I have not played Fall Guys.
No, it's free on everything now, so you get it free on the
have you
Switch
seen it
one.
though, Andrew? It's really addictive.
No.
Oh, go and play
Okay, but
it.
basically you can buy skins in it. So it's gone free because the models now the Fortnite model, the Battle Pass and buy skins and stuff. But there was a hot dog in it, and Harris was obsessed with the fact that I wasn't the hot dog.
And
So
then
we tried to buy the hot dog, but we couldn't.
so we can see why these things work. But it annoys me that like it kind of annoys when you go into app stores and stuff that all games now are free because I'm like I'd rather pay a £5 and then not have to do any of the in-ad purchases. It's so
Yeah.
annoying because you don't know how long you're getting yourself in for with it because like some
Well-
of the games if you play for them for quite a while but you're happy to spend like £5-10 but then if it's I don't know you could end up spending like £100.
Yeah, it is quite annoying. I hate those ones where you think you're about to move on to the next level and then it throws in an advert.
Oh,
And I'm just like, oh, I'm sick of this. I'd stop playing mobile games, to be honest. I used to play
I've
Pokemon
stopped
Go,
as well.
and then I stopped. I've totally even.
Is there
stopped that.
adverts in that? I've not played that
No.
in ages.
There's not actually, which is quite good, but I kind of stopped. It lost its appeal.
Yeah.
Mostly
It
'cause they
was
got
so
a
good
new
when that
version.
came out.
It was
though.
good. That was good.
Oh.
That was like, what was that? 2018, 17, 18? Those were the.
It was 2016
We spent a whole summer just
what?
chasing Pokemon.
because we were in London at a wedding and we literally wandered around the whole of London. We were having the best time.
That is like mental. 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the
2016.
days.
It was so
Remember-
good.
Remember
Okay,
2016?
You can continue listening to our game review podcast on Patreon. Back to what we're doing. So, my question: why do people like gambling?
Well, I definitely would be addicted to gambling if I did it more because
Why?
it's
What
the
makes it
thrill.
addictive?
It's like the
Yeah,
the
it's the
buzz
reward
of winning.
pathway.
It's not
isn't
even
it?
like I don't
It's
even
the-
care what I win. It's just like, oh, I've won. Great.
No, but it's the reward pathway for addiction because it's very similar to drug addiction. It's
What do you mean by
the
that,
buzz.
Andrew?
So your brain releases endorphins to make you happy when you're in those situations. So it's a bit like the if you post a picture on Instagram and it doesn't get any likes, and then it does get likes, and then you're like, oh yeah, that's great. Oh, people are liking my podcast, yay! And that's the reward pathway of you kind of syncing your brain up to thinking that this is a good thing.
The likes are good.
If that makes sense. Yeah. If that's what I think. Anyway.
I mean that makes sense because that's definitely what I would think.
But I have to admit though, like I mean, I've been to Vegas twice, and like there is a buzz about when you do the gambling stuff, but then you have to know, like you have to know when to stop. So you have to know that, right, I'm gonna stop now. And like, you have to be confident enough to then step away. Which like it's hard to do when you watch other people do it. You see them lose. Like I've seen people lose like thousands of pounds on some of the games, and I'm like, man, I'm just happy that I won like £100. Like that was quite exciting. And
Yeah, and I think they should say if you have £1,000 and then you lose like 800, you're like, well, I'm just gonna put this 200 on.
yeah,
Like, rather than being like, right, I need to walk away and I've still got £200. And
Yeah.
then it's the thrill. It's the thrill of. What do they say? It's the same with like this is quite extreme, but like heroin, you'll never get the same feeling
That's
as
the
you
same
do
high.
from your first
Yeah.
hit. No, but you never get the same feeling that you do from your first hit, and that's why people overdose because they try and get that feeling, and you can
Yeah.
never get it. I don't know. That was quite deep. Is it? Are we right? Or is your answer
Yeah,
going to
I
be
was
like
going to go.
it's cucumber?
I had dopamine. Andrew said something else earlier. Is dopamine part of it as well, or is that the wrong thing? Is that not happening with this as well?
Yeah, I can't quite remember.
Dopamine seems a bit more like
It's
right. I
dopamine-
think
What did I say? Did I say serotonin?
endorphins.
Oh,
Endorphins.
endorphins.
Is that not just a type of?
It's a type of hormone. Yeah. Dopamine's still a neurotransmitter. So yes, pleasurable rewards. Yep, and motivation.
Okay, cool.
High, low levels.
Just the word I'd read earlier. Cool. Okay.
Oh.
Right, so on to the main lecture for today. So what is a loot box? So you two might have a bit of an understanding, some of our listeners might not know. So a loot box is when you can spend usually in-game currency that you can usually buy, but with real world money, to get something that affects your game. So it could be skins, it could be dances, emoticons, things that don't really affect the game.
Things that make you stand out from other people, so that you can basically be like,
Yeah.
I paid for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also in mobile games, you can buy loot boxes that give you a chance of getting characters,
Oh yeah.
which make your roster, your team, bigger and better as well. So I've just started playing Disney Mirrorverse, and I've stopped pretty quickly because it's going straight into you need to buy these crystals to get a higher chance of getting a 5-star Sully or
Oh,
who are the other characters?
interesting.
Elsa.
What?
So that's what a loot box is, and the reason that they're bad is because what they're trying to do is they're trying to replicate a slot machine in Vegas.
Were they not saying that they were going to ban them for under
Yeah,
18s?
I thought loot boxes were
Hold,
banned.
just wait for the full lecture, guys.
All right. Okay.
Would you say that to your class? if they just done it.
What I would say actually is I would say that's a really good question. Ask me that again in 2 minutes' time. That's what I would say.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Well.
Try 15 seconds.
So what sort of things are they trying to replicate in slot machines? What do you think slot machines do to try and make a win seem good?
It'd give you like a few bad ones first.
Yeah, or you move on to the
so
backboard.
it seems like unlikely.
If you think of someone winning in a movie, what happens?
A big noise goes off.
Big noise, yeah.
3 cherries. Woo 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 woo.
Yeah, so big noises.
Loads of coins falling out.
Flashes, stars. That's usually
Scrooge
the thing.
Coins falling out.
It's
quite a scene actually you make, isn't it?
Mm.
Thought Ross's phone had died. That's usually what happens.
It's not got much battery, so I'm glad I was the first one. So all those things happen. So you get flashing stars, and in loot boxes you get in computer games you get usually it comes up with a certain colour to show you you're going to get something good or not, and then so you get all excited. So it's trying to replicate the sort of feeling you get in a slot machine.
It's very cheeky.
It is.
That is very cheeky.
The whole process of loot boxes is very predatory, because what they're trying to do is they're not trying to get lots of people to buy loot boxes. They're trying to get a few what they call whales to buy lots of loot boxes, and these are people that might be predisposed to gambling and stuff anyway. And so in some games, people are spending thousands of pounds a month trying to get these like top things in video games.
Who's got thousands of pounds
that have no resale value or anything like that.
My favourite thing is just when you read an article in like The Sun and it's like, my son has spent my life savings on Fortnite guns or Fortnite rabbits.
Yeah.
Rabbits?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? But that's like my favourite thing.
Well, yeah, because then people are like, but it's that bit of like, oh, we'll change your password.
These loot boxes are obviously pretty bad, and basically there's a big study showing that if you these loot boxes, the more you're exposed to them, the more you maybe buy them, the more likely you are to gamble when you're older. I looked at a study that looked at 17 different studies. I don't know, Andrew, do you know the name of that sort of thing?
Lots of people with too much time on their hands.
It's probably got a scientific. It's in a journal. This is in a journal.
It's called Study Pie.
A study that looked at other studies.
Yeah.
But all studies should really look at other studies.
So it's looked at 17 studies and made like a...
I'd call that
average or generalization.
I'd call that plagiarism, but okay.
Everything is fully referenced. It's not plagiarism.
Harvard.
But yeah, I find it interesting. So what percentage, let's do another little quiz, what percentage of children do you think have bought a loot box? So these are people that shouldn't be buying loot boxes.
Children in the world or children that actually play, because that's two different things.
So this is...
There'll be some children that don't play any games.
Yeah.
This is gamers.
Oh, gamers. Okay. I reckon high, like 69%.
75.
Oh.
Remember, they don't have their own money, so about 30%.
I love when people do that thing where you're like, guess how much this drink was? And you're like, I don't know, 60 quid?
Yeah.
And it's like...
With adults, similar thing?
52.
Remember, gamers, anyone like that use a mobile game or
52.
like that. So like my mum playing Heyday or whatever.
50.
52.
No, it's about 40%.
Oh.
And what's interesting is that gamblers, so in the study they also looked at gamblers that played video games. 66% of them buy loot boxes.
Like you mean a game like an Xbox?
On any game, like it doesn't distinguish between mobile games and.
Okay.
If you're already like a gambler, then yeah, you're going to spend.
You
more
said
money.
Gamer, that's why it was confusing.
Oh, sorry, I meant gambler.
Repeat it.
I'll repeat that. So if you're a gambler, the percentage that buy loot boxes is 60%. So if you already gamble, you got a much higher chance of, you're more likely to be taking part in this predatory loot box exercise.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
So basically stop loot boxes. I honestly feel like that was very good and very well prepared, Ross, but I need to lie down after that.
Okay. So the last thing is the British government are currently looking at whether loot boxes should be banned or regulated. A similar thing happened before with computer games, and the computer games companies came up with their own rating system so that they weren't rated by somebody else.
Is that Peggy?
Did you know that? No, Peggy's film, isn't it?
No,
I think it's ESRB.
Oh, Peggy 18. No, Peggy's games.
Is it? Wait,
yeah,
sorry,
Peggy's
I thought it was ESRB. I
Yeah,
remember wrong. Yeah, so or maybe one of them's UK and one of them's America. I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe that's Peggy might be.
But yeah, there's maybe in the UK it's regulated by the video games companies, not by an external person. So there's processes looking at loot boxes, and countries like Belgium have already banned loot boxes, which I think is an excellent idea, and I think we should all be advocating for, because they are just a predatory.
Yeah, and you get people that probably do have a gambling addiction and then play these games, and they get the same rush, but they don't see it the same as gambling, because they're like, well, I'm not winning money, do you know?
Yeah.
But it's feeding the same issues basically. So it is very, I think it should be banned. Sign the petition.
Okay. So plenary.
Sorry.
The end.
That's the end.
Is it in what?
No.
Like Latin?
No. Plenary is like the last thing that we're gonna do. So he's gonna do the thing where he summarizes what you're just talking about.
Is this a teacher term?
Yeah, it's the bit I'm gonna use. I'm gonna cut out all the rest, and I'm just gonna put in the plenary, and that's all we're gonna use.
Well, the plenary I'm going to do is a quiz, so it's not going to be
another quiz. Wow.
What? Yeah, it's a lot of quizzes.
God.
Yeah.
Do you have any other?
We're supposed to have multiple questions,
practices?
but it's only got one question.
Ross is acting like he's getting an inspection on this.
What's
this
happening?
week?
So, can you tell me any of the things that slot machines do that loot boxes try to copy?
Oh, we're doing a quiz on this. Stars, sounds, lights.
Yeah, you just did this. Oh, that's the point. Oh,
He's wanting us to see.
It's like you just
Andrew,
spoke about
You're a
it.
teacher, right? You know what the point is.
Andrew, you're about to get a detention if you carry on with your cheek.
Well.
And finally, what's the predatory thing that kids take part in that could lead them on to gambling when they're older?
Loot
boxes.
Yay, well done. That ends my lesson.
That's like the most I've ever gotten in a quiz.
Wow.
Oh, there's a bell, everybody. See you later.
Right, I'm off to Matron to skyve the next class because I'm knackered after that. I'm off to get Lucozade and a wee lie down.
It's maybe a bit longer than it could be. I apologise. Amy's science test.
Okay, so Amy, why do we lose balance when we are older?
Well, balance. Oh, I get to use my brain thing again. Balance is from your cerebellum, isn't it? Yeah, because cerebalance. That's how I remember that. Something to do with your ears. Center of gravity, because you.
Oh, is it because your ears keep growing when you're older, so they get lower?
Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to the floor? I would guess something to do with your ears. Because remember your frequency and everything changes, because that's where balance is it not?
Frequency.
Ross, I'm on my own tangent here. Leave me. You know, there's a thing that
I'm just vibrating here.
you know, there's a thing that they put outside shopping centres to deter teenagers, like a high pitched noise, but we can't hear it. That's what I was meaning. Is it that kind of vibe? Is it to do with your ears, basically? Just cut out everything I said and just say the answer.
It is to do with your ears.
Is it?
You
and
are
your
correct.
cerebellum.
It is to do with your ears.
And your cerebellum?
I mean, kind of, because that's where...
Andrew, that is literally balance. Is your cerebellum?
Balance
So
is
it has to be to do with that.
It's balance and coordination. But yeah,
because your ears keep growing. And it's kind of like, whoa, I'm getting a bit off
I
balance.
was joking with that.
So two things.
No, they do keep growing, but I don't think
they do keep growing. Well, they don't really. Your skin just, the fat underneath recedes or changes shape, and that's what causes your ears to look bigger.
So wait, your ears actually don't grow bigger, it's your face changes shape.
Your face changes shape, yeah.
Mythbuster.
Yeah, because that's where, that's how you get, saggy skin and all that sort of stuff, is because you lose the collagen underneath, which is your elasticy that causes your
So if you get
skin to pull
Botox,
back.
could you stop that?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't put Botox in your ears or near your ears, but I suppose behind your ears, that's one of the
Right, I'll get on
places
that.
you could probably get it. Just
I'll
drink
get
plenty
on
of
that.
water. Plenty
Do
of
you know,
water.
can I just
and
say
things
this,
like
right?
that.
Because I've been talking about getting a hydrofacial for a while. And when I was in hospital, I had something like 11 or 12 drips of fluid. I had with potassium. Is that quite niche?
No, that's pretty normal.
Okay, I was like, ooh.
As long as it
potassium.
wasn't potassium chloride, because that'll kill you.
No, I think it was
but-
just potassium. My skin has never been better.
Yeah,
It's
you probably
back to
had
being very dehydrated now.
You
but
probably had
wow.
an IV, like an IV saline drip or something that had minerals in it. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It was amazing. I genuinely looked at when I got home how easy it is just to get a casual drip. Turns out it's quite hard.
yeah, kind of.
No, but like celebrities do that. Celebrities get drips.
Just drink water. Just drink
I
water.
know, no, but like I
Water
couldn't
and
keep
some
up with
vitamin
the
C.
levels. Could not keep up with the levels that was going
Pretend
on
you're
with this.
pretend you're on Love Island and carry your water bottle around like all the time.
Don't even speak to me about water bottles. We've got an unhealthy amount of water bottles in the house because Ross is obsessed with water
I have that
bottles.
problem with like hot coffee cup type things, like thermos
okay.
cups. I've got an unhealthy
oh right.
obsession.
I was like going to say, AK mugs.
No,
Yeah,
I
quite
do have
regularly. Amy comes in and goes, "Where's my bottle?"
I actually do have an issue with mugs too. But no, so
Okay.
right, your ears. So it's the semicircular canals that relate to balance, and it's your cochlea which relates to the frequency of sound. So yes, you're right. As you get older, you can only hear certain frequencies of sound, which is why those stingers, I think they're called, or raptors, whatever they are, yeah, they sit outside. And you used to hear that noise, because you guys all remember this. Remember when TVs had backs, right? And like they weren't flat, and they had like a little thing,
Yeah.
and you had to like push them on. You remember, or like you had a monitor, like a
Yeah.
computer monitor, and you pushed it, and it made that ka-tung, and then it
Yeah.
went. You heard like a high pitched buzzing noise. So that's to do with the frequencies that are coming out that you can detect, and they're like quite high. And then as you get older, you tend to not be able to hear them anymore. But balance is to do with your semicircular canals, which are at 90 degrees to each other. So they're on 3 planes of thingy. So imagine like X, Y, and Z. And they determine your balance. So sometimes there's like loss of fluid because they're kind of like, those teething rings that you used to be able to get that have water in them?
Yeah.
Right? So it's that's essentially what they are. And sometimes that water becomes a bit thicker. So therefore your balance kind of goes off.
That's
And that's
interesting. I thought it would be just to do with maybe.
So basically,
Blood's
I was
not-
right, Ross, because I was talking about the thing at the shopping centres, and you were like,
Well, that's not for
No,
balance
that's nothing
though.
to do with it. Yeah.
well, I know
But you were
mentioned
right.
it.
You were
You
right.
mentioned
You were right. Like it just wasn't to do with balance. But
But you
were.
mentioned it.
I
Yeah, you shouldn't have mentioned it. It
To be
wasn't part of
honest,
the answer.
that's all I heard. I was just like, and then the second you went to the singer thing, I was like, oh, it's kind of right then if you
Sorry.
mentioned that.
No, so
Um,
yeah. So that's that.
Cool.
So yeah.
It's interesting because I'd have thought it might be something to do with like blood not flowing as efficiently, and maybe that causing.
No, Ross, that's so embarrassing. It's to do with your ears. We all knew that.
Okay, so question 2: why do dogs have heckles, and what are they?
I don't know what a heckle is. All I can think about is Mr. Heckles.
You're
What's a
rubbish.
heckle? Yeah. Is it like a bark? No.
No. So heckles are. Ross, do you know what heckles are?
Yeah, are they not on the top of the back legs?
Uh,
They're like where that's where the fur stands up when someone says
so
your heckles
so
up.
yeah. So your heckles are normally on dogs. They're kind of just above the shoulders, like on the shoulder
Okay.
blade, and
Oh,
kind of onto
right.
the neck. So they're those bits that kind of rear up when they're
So not just their shoulder bones.
thingies. No, not their shoulder bones.
It's
It's
the
the
hair.
hair. It's the hair that basically.
Oh, okay.
kinda
So why do
stands
they
up.
do that? To make themselves look bigger when they're scared.
Yeah. So it's an intimidation tactic.
Yeah. I mean, come on,
and
guys, give me some hard ones.
That's what it is, essentially. And that's all it is. It's just hairs, a set of hairs kind of around the neck that stand up on edge. And you'll see it when a dog is about to, when a dog is agitated. That's when you'll see it most.
Yeah.
So
You
Our
really
cat-
see it,
Our
it's-
cat does it the same.
Yeah,
If our cat sees another cat, its tail
oh yeah,
grows
cats
about
do it too.
5,000 times bigger. So if it
Mhm.
comes back in with a really fluffy tail, I'm like, oh, you've just been in a wee fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
well,
actually
yeah,
insane. They
same thing.
grow. They look like 100 times bigger, but it's just to make themselves look bigger.
And that's where
In
they
human
like,
in human world, we call them steroids.
and that's where Okay, I need to unpack that one. So,
It's true.
not this podcast, but yeah, that's it. I'm gonna stop there. So, last question 3.
Mm-hmm.
Who would win? Oh yeah, who would win a banana eating contest? A big monkey or a big human?
Well, I know that you can only have something like 30 bananas because the potassium is dangerous to you and can kill you. I'm imagining a gorilla and a human having like the hot dog eating competitions, but doing a banana one, and the gorilla's getting cheered on by his friends, humans getting cheered on by their friends. And I reckon a gorilla would have, or is this a big monkey?
Well, it's a big monkey, so gorillas aren't monkeys.
Yeah, they're just like.
I guess monkeys aren't that big, are they?
Mm-mm.
They're the ones you get in Gibraltar.
So I would say humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
I reckon.
Yeah. So monkeys have tails. That's a good way to distinguish between the two.
Oh yeah, imagine a gorilla with a tail.
Yeah. So a gorilla is a great ape, and we're technically further down the line. We're part of the grape ape family.
We're
Grape
part of
ape?
that crew.
Great ape. So who do you think? A big monkey or a big human?
Do you know the answer?
No, I don't think there is.
Okay, I'll just say monkey then.
Ross?
I'm going human just for size.
So, if you think you know who would win in a banana eating competition, please email us at ireaditos@gmail.com or contact us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok at ireaditos. Please do continue to leave all your reviews, shares, comments, etc. Please do consider buying us a coffee. We very much appreciate it. We are now hosted by Acast, so slightly different formats. So you can also skip the adverts at the start by joining our exclusive club for £1 a month, I think it is. And please feel free to share everything with everybody else. And we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
We won't see you, but you'll hear us. Bye.
Please,
Hasta la vista,
please,
baby.
please.
Okay, strange movie quote. Is that Terminator?
Yeah.
No, that was Boris Johnson.
Bye. Okay, bye.